press freedom. And I remember when we started talking about Ahmed Swale and other things, we quickly had from the information ministry, they came in connection with GJ and they said that we're going to organize training programs and refresher courses for journalists all across the 16 regions of the country. Guess what? We did only one. The last time I spoke with William's friend, they said they call him ambidextrous at graphic. My own general secretary of GJ, Kofi Eboa, he said he can't even remember the last time they had a training of that nature. But after they had the first one, finito. And I've told you that when some of these conversations come up, the government suddenly wants to put a fine veneer on it, try to explain it, speak impeccable English, trying to change the questions that you ask, re-engineer the questions so the answers can fit what they had coached the people who are holding Meet the Press to be able to answer. We're talking freedom of the press. Put the 2023 index up for me. In 2022, we dropped down from about 30 or so to 60. In 2022, we dropped down to 60. In 2023, we have dropped further down. I'll share the details with you. In 2023, dropped further down. Now, if you go on the report, right, it says Ghana, regarded as one of Africa's most democratic countries. Ghana enjoys a vibrant and pluralist media environment. However, the creation of media outlets by politicians has given rise to politicized and biased media content. And that was one of the things that was in the report of the media, the state of the media in Ghana recently by the University of Ghana School of Communication Studies. We say we are doing meetings about it. Now look at the index. 2022, we were 60 over 180. The score was 67.43 or 43. In 2023, we are 62. We have dropped down further. Over 180. Score 66.93. Political indicator is there, economic indicator is there, legislative indicator is there, social indicator is there, security indicator is there. Now look at the security indicator, 103. Security indicator. The previous year it was 101, now it's 103. The security and safety of the press in this country. And you know, we talk about the repeal of the criminal libel law. But when we are done with it, we have a certain clandestine law that when you misinform or when you, what exactly is it? Then they pick you up and they start dealing with you. We have been in this country where government officials have mounted platforms, Meet the Press, and have misinformed us, and we have fact-checked them. Even the president, we have fact-checked him. Who arrested him? We have fact-checked the president. We have fact-checked the vice president. We have fact-checked the chief of staff. We have fact-checked ministers and other government appointees in this country. Who arrested them? Who arrested them? Just yesterday in Parliament, when we say we are broke, we are so broke as a country, we had the presence of mind to invite our parliamentarians back into Parliament to approve a loan. We approved loans. When we said we are broke as a country, we were able to approve loans worth $760 million. And we say we are broke. We are still contracting loans. We say we are broke. And we had to quickly rally our parliament, call them back. And now the minority is telling us that, oh, it was not us, it's the government. And you know, we don't know where the loans are going and what the loans are going to be used, whatever it is. Omo frère mo na nkaba nkwa. Nka muko fie no mama mbisa mo se muko ho koye den. Ba muko ho koye den minority MPs. Because you want the people to believe that you are with them in their pain and suffering. Ba muko ho koye den. We are where we are because we have borrowed so much. We have been reckless in our borrowing. We are still borrowing. We don't even have an IMF deal. We are still borrowing. And guess what? The borrowing we are borrowing the name of COVID-19. COVID-19 emergency response to this, COVID-19 this, COVID-19 that. We are borrowing and we still continue to blame COVID-19. How can we be doing the same old things and expecting different results? How? How can we be doing the same old things and expect different results? And it brings me to a matter that, see, all the things that we are borrowing for, we are not borrowing for school feeding program. This will be the second week, maybe the third, that school feeding caterers have been on strike nationwide. Forget about the modern day Kifaro in the Ashanti region who stood up and spoke to them and rubbished them. Nobody has reprimanded him from the highest offices at the Jubilee House. He said he doesn't regret what he did and what he said. School feeding caterers have been crying. Most of them are party people. Right? Now, nobody has been able to call anybody of them and deal with the matter on a note of emergency. But we have money set aside to plant trees. We have the infantry to go for loans to deal with whatever. But the common feeding of our children, the food that our children will eat to stay in school, we don't have money. We don't have our priorities right. We are busy building a cathedral. We are not a serious people, I tell you. We are not serious at all. And that is why I agree with Honorable Otiku Afisa-Jaba, former Minister for Gender. Tell me which minister has not been more vilified than her at the gender ministry. Tell me. Hold on. Tell me which minister has not been so vilified more than her. You see, when the caterer spoke, they said under Otiku Jaba. She was the minister they singled out. They said under Otiku Jaba as gender minister. These delays wouldn't have happened. It tells you something. And she spoke a point that I've always said, that look, when you criticize the government, it doesn't mean that you hate the government too. Because some of the government appointees, we know they have never worked before. We know they have never written a CV before. We know they have never applied for anything before. In fact, private sector did not find them worthy to employ. It took their government to give them power, both in NDC and MPP, some of them. And I won't allow those people to talk down at me. Because we have changed jobs, written up to tests. Listen to Otiku Jaba.
Even to set up. It's not about breaking the eight. It's about solving the problems of the people of Ghana. That is why you are elected. I have nothing to be peeved about. I have so much joy for my party. And I'm very proud of them. Achia emuye. But we must be serious. And so the appointees, the ministers must understand that it is a privilege to be in this position. You will never get it again. Out of 30 million Ghanaians, you have been offered the single opportunity to take Ghana to the next level. Let's die trying. Let's put in the structures. The fight that we fought during the campaign, let us reignite it. And Ghana and the people of Ghana will understand that we are serious about their development and we will win back their trust. Take the apathy out. Yes, there are issues. Which life hasn't got issues? But it is our time to get it right. And we must die getting it right. That is why we were elected. And that is why I am so angry. And I want all the ministers and all the appointees and everybody that believes in Ghana to get angry enough. And the government should not take it as that somebody is shaming them all. Criticism is good to propel you to get it right. And the people of Ghana are waiting for the government to do the right thing. And by God, if we are alive today, let's do everything that we can. All the challenges are opportunities for us to think.
3FM 92.7, Urban Lifestyle Radio Station.
Listen, when you first survive like a transformer, or the one seven and I'm like an informer. Now say what here what one of our formats. What drama yo, in a kuma, you are the same kunko yo. And I was see I didn't see a hypocritical industry players hoping to ridicule you. Judas in a kuma yesu. Near what come one one day you had, next day you're not. What's some FNDS, I'm never getting caught. I'm both on the tracks, I'm in the airwave. Alright, we're just like don't go to me once in a while. Say my name, I say why you want me?
Busy at this frequency.